choose the ball.
I just
And
started.
you choose death with your mouth. Choose. What does he say?
No, that's. Why does that water taste like that?
Why you? What are you talking about?
That you just sprayed that in my face.
Just to wake you up.
I'm up. It's cracking.
Another day, sir.
Why do I
Beautiful.
hate the way that feels on my?
Another beautiful day to be alive.
I'm acting like a diva right now.
Oh, dude. You didn't get your smart water in your rider?
Why you got me looking like Julius Caesar out here?
I'm trying to give you that Martin Luther, you know what I'm saying? You're going to write the next 95 theses.
Like a young alfalfa. Young, not even young. What are we talking about?
You look like the Where Are They Now?
I can't stand you. Speaking of, did you see that dude from Food's Gone Wild?
Which
I
one?
didn't know he was a pedophile.
Who?
You remember the security guard? He's all dumb.
The one that they always made fun of?
Yeah, but they like hired him for a couple shows.
Shut up. Did they?
Yeah. But they like recently like deleted all of his stuff.
How'd they find out? Do you know?
I think he was arrested.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah. Something like that.
I want to go to one of those shows so bad, but like,
It's so nice, dude.
nah, dude. I'm not ready for that wildness. I want to see that dude, George Perez. He's a comedian. He's stinking hilarious.
I don't know who that is.
You gotta check out his stuff. He was
Does he have his passport?
his passport. Nah, so the story of this guy is he grew up in Orange, so he was part of the gang, and then he ended up getting into comedy, and he did like this big show that was gonna like launch him. But after doing that, or a couple years prior to doing that show, he was balling up over here in East LA, and he got into a fight with this dude, and he beat him up pretty good. So he does the comedian beats up.
Oh, okay.
No, the comedian beats up some guy, right?
Yeah.
And he ends up catching another case or getting time for a case he already did right before he goes to that comedy show.
Wait, how's
So
that?
he does the comedy show, and then the dude that he beat up years prior recognizes him. And it was just inside the statute of limitations.
Uh-huh.
So he catches another case, and he does like for a few years. I forgot the number. But anyways,
Dang, dude, that's crazy.
he goes inside, and all the guards know him. Like, hey, you're on that TV show. He's like, yeah. So he kind of like got some respect. But then he also had to like do like the life inside the prison, right? So he tells like stories of that. It's stinking hilarious, dude. He's just like a naturally funny guy, like, the gangster funny.
Yeah. Have you seen? I forgot what that guy's name is. I don't even know what his name is, but he's a black dude. But he kicks it with the Mexican foods, and he speaks Spanish. And like when he was inside, he kicked it with the raza and all that.
Can you do that inside though?
I've never been inside. I have no idea.
I thought you had, dog. My gosh.
I'm
My
not.
bad, blood bath. That's crazy though. I mean, I watched like the shows, but I don't know how true that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you can, but I guess you gotta catch a fade though. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. No idea. How's everything been though, man?
Everything's good. Just trying to stay cool in this heat, bro.
That's disgusting. At least it's nice and fresh in here.
You know what? It's like super hot in the middle of the day, but then it cools down super fast. So, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, comparatively, because at like 3 or 4 o'clock, it's not 99 degrees anymore. Or something like
It is in my house.
that.
Last night I finally moved the AC into the room for the first time.
As summer's ending.
Yeah, had to sleep with a blanket. It was funny though because
that's the best.
I didn't fall asleep with the blanket on. It was Autumn had a blanket on.
You stole your daughter's blanket, bro?
I did. In the middle of her little Muppet blanket. I shared it with her.
Yeah.
It barely covered me, but Hey, that little bit did justice.
Cold-blooded, sir. You don't need this, fam.
She's asleep. She didn't know the difference.
Oh man.
That's messed up.
So how was your date night?
It was good, man. It was really good. Thanks again for that. Me and Monty went out on a date, if you don't know.
We went on the town, boy.
I'm gonna start talking like Tucci did.
Please don't. Talk to me, please.
Nah, dude, it was cool, man. It was well needed. Like, I think the last date we went on was our anniversary, which was in March, and Jazz was pregnant.
Where'd you guys go, Sizzler?
Nah, we went to the Green Olive, not the
Mediterranean spot.
Yeah, the one in Downey Landing.
Hmm. Is there two kinds, or is it the
there's
same branch, or the
it's
same franchise?
There's like the Green Olive, and then there's Green Olive. I think that's how it goes.
Hmm.
The Olive, I think they switched their name to. I don't know.
What'd you
They're
get?
both Mediterranean. I got, dude, I don't know. That was in March. It was bomb though.
Oh, I thought you went.
No,
You're talking about this time around.
No, this time around she wanted to go to City Walk, Universal, so we did that, man, and it was cool because we didn't like have to lug around the kids, you know, and we had to. I mean, I love my kids to death.
No, just be real.
Yeah, but
it's hard.
But it's rough, dog. Like you need to date your wife. You need to love your wife, and I always like say that and stuff, but I finally did it. You know, I finally was able to like take my wife out and just love on her and just spend time together, and it was cool. We went different stores, shopping around and stuff. And we went to Bubba Gump. Got some.
I've never been to that spot. How was it?
It's like it's whatever. Like the food was. I mean, it's good, right? You got like, I get their shrimp. They either got garlic or Cajun. I get that and some fries straight. But it's cool like inside. Because you got like pictures, you got the movie playing on in the background, and
word?
It's just cool. And you know how I feel about Forrest Gump, so
how do you feel?
That's it was goated, bro.
You said it was passion, bro. You know and you know how I feel.
You know how I feel about Forrest. Call me Jenny.
Oh,
nah, it was cool, man. And then and then we just listened to music loud and just had a good solid time. Just the two of us.
Do you guys get in that routine of obviously being parents and going to work, and then you kind of don't have that time to actually talk to your significant other?
Yeah.
Besides like what the day has planned or whatever.
You just fall into the mundane of life, you know? Like you have to be the parents. You have to feed them. You have to provide. You have to do this, where you forget the part of the get to, you know? And I think that's where we were getting, and it's hard, man, because like Roman's 4 months old, and he needs not a lot of tending to, and he's a boy, and I know how clingy boys are.
My son, dude,
it's like it's hard, man, and it's frustrating. But you can't lose sight of your wife, you know, and I lost sight of it, dude.
I think we all do, man.
I needed a chin check, and I need to date my wife and love her and allow her to know how valuable she is. Because honestly, I wouldn't be able to do anything, work, fish, anything without my wife, man. She's my heartbeat, man.
All right, now that you got that on video, how do you really feel about it?
I love it, baby. Nah, shout out my wife.
That's my coach.
Shout out my wife though, for real.
That's cool, man.
But it was good, man. It was good, much needed. But it's kind of like, you know, when you take the kids, like in ministry, right? You take them to the camps and stuff, and you're experiencing the quote unquote mountaintop. But you're very easily going to go back to the same thing down the mountain, or you're susceptible to go back to the same routines once you get down that mountain, right?
It's like the men's retreats and all that.
Yeah. You have to ride that high continually, not just you know.
Once a year or a couple times a year.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It
I'm
is
learning, man.
definitely a new aspect. Like it's hard to do. Date your wife when you have babies and
Yeah.
they're clingy and they won't stop.
Hmm.
Like there's no reasoning with them. They just do what they feel. It's like what the heck?
It's like they're your slave masters.
They really are. Like they dictate what time you're going to bed. Their
Yeah.
moods affect your moods.
Plus the heat. Oof. Just want to run through a wall. But yeah, that's been good, man.
Nice, nice. So you're obviously here with no injuries. How was the softball tournament go?
Just because you can't see doesn't mean I'm not injured. Softball tournament was fun, man. It was cool. I did kind of hurt myself a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I was batting, and I hit it between first and second. So I was trying to run out the shortstop, beat the shortstop to first, and I did. I beat him. But as doing so, I felt a little tightness in my glute, in my left, yeah, it's upper hamstring, lower glute. I just felt a tightness.
The sniper got you again, or
Almost, right? So then I felt a little tightness. I was like, all right, whatever. I ignored it. I go out to play outfield, and you remember Tony, right? Little Tony,
Yeah.
Tony Sanchez. He's up to bat. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, I already know he's looking at me. He's gonna hit it to me. I was like, all right, cool. Like, let me get this real quick. Obviously, I played him a little too shallow. I forgot how skilled of a player he is.
He's nice, boy.
He's very nice. So I played him a little shallow. He hit it. And you know the balls sometimes can be deceiving. I took a step forward instead of going back. So in recovery, I was digging a little deeper. And I got the ball turned around. I threw it, hit this cutoff. But in digging, I felt the tightness get even tighter. And it was right there. So I was like, just play it off. Like, play it off. I ended up calling time. I was like, you know what? I'm going to swallow my pride.
It was not worth it.
It's not like, come on. Why am I fighting this? I have to work tomorrow. I'm not getting paid. I'm not a paid, player.
Well, with that attitude, no wonder.
So I did the walk of shame. Everybody looking at me, laughing and stuff. And I was like, I'll follow it. I'll take it on the chin and whatever. On to the next. We ended up placing second.
Nice.
Of course, Tony did. He played first. All of his ringers on his team.
They're all good, but they still play, man. They still play.
Yeah, I know.
Majority of his teammates, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You could take like a little layoff, but once you start losing like the mechanics of like the swing and even the throwing. Like,
yeah. Hey, you know what though? Who surprised the heck out of me was Hoffman, dog.
I heard he was like the Barry Bonds of.
He was a baller. I don't know if he ate his Wheaties that morning or what he did.
You think he just like
his first at bat, bro? Bink. Home run.
Crushes a homer.
Home run. I was like, it was funny because I was talking to him, like he was on plate, and I'm over here chirping from the sidelines, right? just messing with him because I looked like he was wearing some soccer cleats.
Was this
I'm like going
before or after you got hurt?
This is way before. He's over here. He dressed like a long sleeve. He looked like a Hichiro. Remember Hichiro? I think he played for the Marlins. I think that's his name.
Oh, Ichiro.
Ichiro. Yeah. He came out looking like him, dude. And I was like, calm down, young Ichiro.
Ichiro was nice, too.
So. Hey, dog. He stepped up to plate, and I'm chirping in his ear still. Ball comes, and bink. He just takes it, and I started screaming, dude. Like, okay, Hoffman. It was funny, man. And then, yeah, he was just nice with it the whole tournament.
Nice.
And then friggin' Lacho's got like Weapon X going through his veins. That dude's nice too.
Well, he said that you guys are practicing, right? Practice? He said you guys are practicing, or he was practicing. Like
we all have one practice, yeah. I was over here thinking like, oh, we straight. We got some athletes. We got some young kids. We're good.
Did you have any ballers on your team?
Yeah, we did, but a lot of mistakes on defense.
That's all it comes down to.
Yeah,
Mistakes. Who has less of them?
yeah. But it was fun though. Hot as heck, but it was fun.
Oh man, I think I woke up at like 9:30 that day. I was like, God bless y'all. But
It was cool.
did you get the itch again?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to lose another bat and bag?
Nah. I got the itch. I ain't gonna scratch it though. Just like that mosquito bite that you're not supposed to do. You just leave it alone and slap it.
Don't even pay no mind. But
Yeah.
nah, bro.
I just need to get back in shape, man.
Yeah, well,
But being at Los Nietos, I wanted to start balling up again. Just for just get the cardio in.
well, you guys went to Los Nietos?
Well, I'm sorry. We went to Los Nietos for practice.
Oh, okay. So you played at Reggie?
Yeah.
Well,
I
You
need
know
to
the
start
policy?
something.
you can't say you live far anymore.
No. Really can't.
You don't get off work late. So what is your excuse, sir? I want to know.
I'm a dad, bro.
Oh, here we go.
I'm a husband, remember?
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask.
Gonna ask who what?
I'm gonna ask you, lady. Hey, is it true that this guy gives that much support, or can he take a play off an hour,
An hour.
in and out?
No, darn well I won't be there an hour.
Speak for yourself, dog.
It's gotta be at least an hour and a half. I gotta rest, bro. Come on. Gotta take a break.
You're already planning the breaks. All right, I see you're thinking about it. That's good.
I'm already in recovery, dude.
Already got the ice bath scheduled.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those ice bath tanks, but they're like $1,200.
What for what?
Recovery,
Just get
bro.
a-
I'm an athlete.
Just get a trash can and fill it up with some cold water and put some ice in it.
Ah, son, we're past that point now. We're professional, you know.
You ghetto and you always be ghetto, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hey, but remember last time I was on here, I talked like I was a dirtbag.
All right, so this is part 2. I remember you texting me that night saying you wanted me to take it down because you were all embarrassed.
Those words didn't come out of my mouth.
No,
I just felt I said I can't believe I told everybody I put myself. I can't believe I did
just
that.
own it. You did it. Whatever.
I'm not denying it, but what an idiot.
We all have that idiot in us.
Yeah. That's all good.
I remember
Where we came from to where we are now is not the same.
I was telling, who was I telling? I was telling your in-laws and Jazz about, like, you're the best person to learn things from because of who you are, but that's, like, really what it is. Like,
What do you mean?
you be making some choices that are questionable. But
I'm in one of those predicaments right now. But yeah.
I respect it, and I respect you because you give me hope that the Lord could use you.
Hey, dog.
And if he could use you, he could use me. And I don't mean that in a negative term. You have a lot of good qualities.
I just act out on my faith like a lot of people wish they could, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
I am too, man. I'm right there with you.
But nah, God's good, dude. For real.
I think you're one of the people that what you see is what you get. And those are the type of people I like.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
100%.
There's no mask. There's dumb choices and all, including myself. Like,
Hardly any filters here. Yeah, I get in trouble. I put my foot in my mouth sometimes. A lot, actually. But hey, I'll eat it. I'll take it. Let's run it.
we are talking to the Glizzy champ.
Hey, I almost bought. Yes, well, we went to Universal. We went to the Dodger. They have a store there, and they have oh my bad. I was all excited talking about glizzies, bro. Nah, they have a Dodger dog shirt, and they got the Dodger dog just walking around, world famous and all that stuff. And then Jess was like, "Come on, you know you want it." Nah, I low key did, but I don't think I could pull that off. It was cool though. It's actually a pretty cool shirt. It's kind of like retro. Dang, everything in there was stinking expensive, man.
Oh yeah. What's the cheapest thing there? Like a bottle opener, like $26.
I don't know, but the hats were. I thought they used to be like $25, like $38, something like that.
Dude, that was like 20 years ago.
No,
I used to get my hats from the indoor swap meet over here. The Pico swap meet. You could get it embroidered too, dog. You just gotta
so
pay the extra.
paisa, dude.
You gotta pay the extra 10 spot though. I put the flag on it. I put my number. Nah,
You're just. That's funny.
heck yeah.
I bought me a new Raider hat though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna make it to any of the games this year?
Yeah, actually, my pop surprised me. He got us tickets to the Raider Ram game
Over
right
there?
here at SoFi.
Oh,
So I'm actually pretty stoked about it.
heck
I
yeah,
think it's
man.
like December 8th or something like that.
You guys always go to like the December games, huh? Didn't you go that for like the Chiefs when they played the Chiefs?
Yeah, I flew to Kansas with my cousin.
What was
Rudy.
that? Was that were they already like champs in the making right there, or
Nah.
at that time period? I mean?
Well, they had like I think it was Amari Cooper's like sophomore season. They had Carr. They had Khalil Mack. They had that defense. I think Justin Tuck was still on the team. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. But they weren't good.
Mm.
But
They're always good on paper though. Like, every year, I don't know why they can't put it together.
the organization, man, it starts from the top to bottom. Finally, Mark Davis, did some. I mean, it took Gruden's neck for it, but made some good coaching staff hires and stuff. And I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see what's up. But hey, as a Raider fan, this is our year.
I'm a Cowboys fan, and this is our year, fam. I got my jorts ready.
Your jorts?
Yeah. Have you seen that meme where that dude has like a skin fade and he has like an old Des Bryant jersey with some old Jordans? It's like, nah, this is our year, fam.
No.
You haven't seen that one?
Nah.
I think your dad sends me that one like every year. Stinking Gil.
Oh, Gil. That guy's funny, man.
That guy's the man, dude.
He's
Alright.
too much. I want to punch him and hug him at the same time.
Because you guys are exactly the same. All
Yeah.
carbon copies, all De La Rosa, man.
Straight copy and paste. Control C, Control V right there.
They're like the alternate timelines of each other. Spider-Verse, universe.
The Loki spinoff. That is hilarious. Oh, that's crazy, man.
So what you got? What you guys got going on tonight for the service?
Tonight we finished the study called "The Lies Men Believe and the Truth That Sets You Free." Right,
Uh-huh.
so that was throughout the month of August. We finished that series, which was really good. A lot of good turnout, kids coming in. Wednesdays, it was a split study, so the girls with the girls, dudes with the dudes.
Mm.
We wanted to end it off with like a worship night.
Mhm.
So, because like Faith Gutierrez and Jubilee Gutierrez,
Mm-mm.
like Luis and oh my gosh, I can't. Devin and Aramis's mom and dad.
I know them. I don't think I've met their parents. Okay, but
Their parents.
Okay.
Dude, they had like 8 children,
What?
9 children, something like that. They have a whole tribe.
God bless you.
So 2 of their kids, and then Ashley. I'm bad with names. Anyway, it was a band, a youth band. They actually played in the sanctuary. So we postponed the worship night so we could go support them in the sanctuary.
Mm.
So the worship night's actually tonight.
Oh, okay.
And
That's cool, man.
yeah, it's dope.
I'm glad to I love to see that, when the kids actually put their talents,
Yeah,
'cause
man.
some of them they come out around like middle school.
Hmm.
They have these, musical and instrumental abilities to play. And
Hmm.
some of them don't pursue it because of whatever reason, but
Yeah. No, man, and I mean for their age, dude, like they give all the glory to God, and they're awesome, dude. They're really good too. Um,
you think they have anything on the Zooligans though?
ain't nobody got nothing on the Zooligans, bro. We're one of a kind.
The unicorns of the game, you know
Hey,
what
dog,
I'm saying?
give me no beat.
Do you ever get? I gave you plenty of beats. You never finished them.
You never finished them, dude.
Wow,
Don't even
dude.
get me started.
There's like 5 undone songs
I
because
think like
you
two
never.
songs I never finished. The rest,
But why though? How come
oh,
you always had the good
because
bars, but
because
it was just so far in
takes
between?
time,
Oh, all
dog.
right. Oh, okay.
You know,
I didn't want to rush your creative process.
you know what I'm saying. When you hit that writer's block, you gotta let life happen. You know, let the bars come on their own.
You got to live your story, right? So you could put it down on pen and paper.
Bars. He's dumb. I do still have that itch sometimes, though.
It was fun. I think a lesson that I learned a couple years after is like you're gonna suck at everything that you do the first time. So even like with this, like podcast, like just do it.
That's
Because
it.
I have like a perfectionist thing too. Like,
Oh,
this
I
has to
know.
be right. This has to be right. And it was like doing that when we were doing music too. But it's like,
Yeah,
just
part
let
of
it.
part of the reason why I never finished is because you didn't let me.
How didn't I let you?
Like that last time, me and Amos and you, remember?
You guys
just,
didn't do your part.
y'all just kept critiquing my verses, like the way I was spitting,
Yeah,
and like I thought it was good, but
yeah, it was good, but it could have been great. You know what I'm saying?
I can't stand you, dude.
I was trying to Phil Jackson you into the dynasty, but you didn't let me.
You're just trying to be my doc, my Doc Dre or what?
Oh man,
It was fun while it lasted, but
that whole process was fun. Like getting the mics and the homie who had set up like our last one, like that guy just went out and bought everything on his whim,
yeah, I like when we put out the mixtape, like that process, that was fun because we had no idea what the heck we were doing, just recording up in Derek's office, going at like Danny's at 3 in the morning and getting never ending
Remember
pancakes.
that? Dang, I would never do that unless
Like,
I was going like on a long road trip,
yeah, it was fun, man. We were all
staying up till like 4 or 5 in the morning,
in shape.
nothing to do the next day.
God, it was great.
Sheesh, that was fun.
No, yeah, but yeah, all that to say that process to see like sometimes I'll listen to it and I was like, man, that was cool. Like that was cool. It's not the greatest, but it was cool, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Dang,
Yeah,
he's Toby Rodriguez, bro.
I don't even know who Toby Rodriguez is, but hold on, pause,
And it stops.
and it stops. Every time I answer, um, a lot of the times the machine gets it because it's on the old like landlines.
Yeah.
So you go to press a button and it just like forwards it to the machine. So it's like, what the heck?
What's a landline these days? My in-laws do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually,
But do they use it or is it just?
no, not at all. But I think actually my father-in-law unplugged it recently. Dude, it would ring like 10 times a day.
Yeah. That's.
Oh, so
Have you
annoying,
noticed?
bro.
Have you noticed the increased spam calls? Like,
That's all it was spam calls.
so annoying, dude.
That's why I hate that work phone. That work phone I get like spam calls up the booty, bro. That and then I get your Spectrum bill. Like, dude, I don't have Spectrum. I don't have that all. Like, Stop texting me.
Do you get the the IRS found some discrepancy?
Nah.
Something that's called?
Nah.
No.
A lot of times when I get like spam messages or whatever, I go along with it. And
How many times have you donated to the Nigerian prince who was in need?
I don't donate nothing but my time. But no, like, dude, there's just one time this guy from like I don't know where it was from, Morocco or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He was started messaging me on Instagram, and you know I always think it's those bots and stuff, right? Or like those scam artists, which I still think it to this day it was. But he's like, he sends me a link, right? Because we're conversating a little bit, and I was going along with it. I said, "Oh, please, I have nothing to eat." Blah blah blah, right? I was like, "Bro, you're on the phone, you got Wi-Fi. You're better off than a lot of people." Like, he's like, "No, I'm like struggling, and I'm in the streets and stuff, right?" I didn't answer him, like whatever. He FaceTimes me on Instagram, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna answer this." I was like, "You know what? Let me answer this." So I answer, but I'm like showing my roof, right? Because I'm parked in my car right this time. I'm about to get home from work, and homeboy's like sitting in his room. I'm like, "Yo, this dude better not do nothing weird." You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I said, "What's up?" And he's like, "Hello." And then I look at him, and then we start having a full on conversation, dude. And like,
what was it about? Do you remember?
he was trying to get money out of me. And I was telling you, like, nah, dog, like, number one, I don't trust no links that's sent to me. I'm not going to send you no money. I'm sorry, I can't. Like, I wish I could, like, give you my time. Like, because he's, like, trying to, like, share the gospel and stuff with me. I was like, hey, you want to talk about Jesus? Like, let's talk about Jesus. Cool. But you're not going to get no money out of me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Mm.
And he's like, but I have a family. I was like, dude, I'm on one income. I got a family and all that stuff, too. Like, I'm struggling, too. Do you want to donate to me? and then
send you my links.
I can make a couple links right now. Like, come on. Yeah, and then like we were just kind of going back and forth, and then he hung up on me because he was mad. I was like, whatever, dude. Like,
what happened to talking about Jesus? So did you guys
you know what he's talking about, dude. He's in my God's name for profit.
Do you remember the time that you spent in Palestine? What was your experience?
Oh man, it was the craziest, most fun, most confusing time I've ever experienced.
What?
So I got there. We went actually in July. We flew from. I did a couple trainings in Chicago for like 3 days, and then I flew out of Chicago O'Hare. Flew to. First of all, that was kind of scary because we were supposed to fly from O'Hare to JFK to Tel Aviv. Mm-hmm. But there was a bomb threat from Tel Aviv. I mean, from JFK to Tel Aviv. So they canceled our flight. So it's like, oh snap! Like, what are we gonna do? Kind of spazzing out a little bit. But then, like, they came up with a plan to fly us to from Chicago to Turkey. Which was kind of crazy because a week prior there was a suicide bombing in one of the terminals there, right? So I'm like spazzing out because there was already a bomb threat from JFK to Tel Aviv. Now you're gonna fly us to where there was a actual suicide bombing just a few days prior. Like, we gotta and the layover was like 3 or 4 hours. So we gotta not just get there, we gotta stay there for a little bit.
What the heck?
So I was freaking out, man. I really was. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared. Hit up my pops, prayed for me and stuff. I was like, you know what? That's when like I was kind of into Dashi still, and he had that song about like missionaries and stuff. I forgot what it was called.
Send me.
Yeah, something like that. So I was like, I was all fired up, right? So like, whatever. If I die, like, that's cool. So we get there. There's just some huge like military presence there. Like, it was probably like the safest place to be at that moment. So like I was like, all right, cool, that's cool. So stood in Turkey for a couple of hours, and then flew to Tel Aviv. We got there, And we arrived at like 11 at night. And dude, we were interrogated for like 2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
What'd they say?
Like, what are you guys doing here? Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna stay? Because there's a lot like a big political like
Yeah.
mishap with Palestine and Israel. So, like, what are you guys gonna do? Blah blah blah. So we just like talked to them individually and everything. So finally we got through. It was probably like 1 a.m. at this time, and
1 a.m. their time.
yeah, their time. So it was probably like I forgot what the time difference is, but it was daytime over here already.
I think they're like
Evening
11
time,
or something.
something like that, yeah.
They're like 11 hours ahead.
Yeah, and it was cool though because so what we did was it was an immersion program. So it was like 12 of us, and 2 of us went to different families throughout Palestine. Dude, I was a mile and a half from Bethlehem in a city called Bet Sahur.
That's the horse.
Yeah, and it was like traditionally it was where the wise men were when they saw the star and all that stuff. So something like that. So we stood there. We were there for a month. Food was amazing. The people were amazing. Learned a little bit of Arabic. But there was just this wave of propaganda, like I would say from both sides. So there's a lot of tension between Israel and Palestine. I was confused, man. I was confused because I was hearing one thing, I was hearing this, and dude, I got shook up, like spiritually speaking, mentally. Like I reached out to Punch, I reached out to Lauren, and then Tatis actually hit me up. I was like, hey man, praying for you. Gave me this like big old encouragement. Punch was like, hey dude, like praying for you, man. But like he threw it out, because like the government will like check your emails and check like messages and stuff. So just hang in there, right? So I was like, cool. Like I felt good. I was like, whatever. I didn't feel good. I was still confused. I was still like, like what do I do?
Yeah.
It wasn't until like, because at that time I wasn't like in my word. I was just listening, And I think it's either Galatians or Colossians. I don't remember, but it's like talks about being tossed to and fro, like a wave, like with false doctrine. Basically, just like you need to stay grounded, man. Don't fall for this.
People are convincing.
Yeah, man. Emotions are convincing. Ultimately.
Emotions, and then you have confirmation bias.
Yeah,
you can find anything to support, or
And then this was like around the time where, like the elections, like when Trump's first
go around
was, and so like emotions were high, and everybody like was already left versus right, Out of like the 12 people there, only like 3 of us were like doctrinally sound. Like, dude, on this trip, it was a Christian-based organization, right? But on this trip, like, some dude came out the closet, some other lady, like she's this and that, like a lot of progressive Christianity was like caught up in that. I didn't know what progressive Christianity was at the time. It was like either you're a Christian or you're not, It's like either, and in same case, like it still kind of is like that, but like I don't know. It was very confusing.
Well, that was the first time we really experienced that too, right?
Because, like I didn't know what the heck to experience. It wasn't until like I took a step. I remember, and I shared this story a couple weeks ago. I remember one morning I was praying. I was like, Lord, just like I was literally saying, like, save me from this crap, man. Like I'm sick of this crap, like all this political crap, all this just nonsense, right? And I remember predominantly, like I was using that word crap a lot, right? Like, Lord, just save me from this. That day we went to go to the Wailing Wall, right?
The Western Wall?
The Western Wall.
Yeah.
So going to the Western Wall, you went there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to wear the yarmulke. You can't put you're supposed to. That's what they were telling you. You're not supposed to put your back towards the wall. Blah blah blah. Like their tradition Like,
Yeah, I did see that when we were approached because you had to wait your turn to go there because there's so many people.
yeah,
And then there was like a long ramp to go down to touch the wall, and people were walking backwards because you
Yeah.
don't turn your back
yeah.
to the Lord. It's crazy.
It's insane. It's cool.
Yeah,
It was
crazy, and
beautiful.
it's like we don't have that really. You know?
It was like a beautiful chaos.
Mm.
So I put the yarmulke on, and I went to the wall, and I was like, all right, let me. I mean, it's an experience, right? Like, let me just do this. I go to the wall and I'm praying, dude. Like, I just start pouring my heart out to God. I kid you not, dude. I can't make this up, but like, I remember praying and legitimately feeling something hit my head.
What do you think it was?
And it hit again, 3 times. I was like, what the heck? Like, it was wet. Dog, I look up and I'm under like a bush. It's a bird. A bird pooped.
You and poop, bro.
So the bird crapped on my yarmulke. I took the yarmulke off. I felt my head. My head was dry. And I started laughing, dude. I started laughing because right there and then, like, the Lord reminded me, like, that morning, I was praying, like, Lord, save me from this crap, right?
Yeah.
And, like it was metaphorical, of course.
Yeah.
But, dude, like, I was laughing because, like, how, like, the Lord was so in the details of my prayers.
Mm-hmm.
And how he was saving me from that crap. Literally. But in like, totality, he was, like, saving me from that spiritual nonsense.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it gets
he
like
just
that,
said, keep
right?
your eyes on me, dude. Like, really, keep your eyes on me.
Exactly. So that's what it becomes, though, right? When we get into the mundaneness of going on Sundays, serving. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm saying, like, when we get into that routine of just work, home, family, go to church, you don't experience that, right? Because you're in like this little bubble.
You're playing church.
Playing church,
Yeah.
and it's a boring hobby. Go find something else to do. Right?
You remember?
I'm gonna
Okay,
lay you back. Ready?
yeah. How we were talking about Tony, right?
Yeah.
No, Tony Sanchez, Big Tony, Big T. I remember one time he told me, he's like, "Hey, Munk, like, let me tell you something." When I first started teaching, he's like, "Don't become a sermonator." Of course, he likes making up his own words and stuff. I was like,
His own metaphors.
What are you talking about? What's a sermonator? He's like, keep it separate. Keep your teachings and your own personal devotions separate. Because I'll get caught up, and I still get caught up in this, where it's like I'm only reading to teach, and I'm not reading to learn.
Not reading to hear from the Lord.
Yeah. So in the same concept, like, you can become like a churchinator, right? Like, we could just come to church and it's a play church, and just so we look good, when we're supposed to just come at the feet of Jesus and just bleh. I'm still learning, man. And that's like a rookie lesson, but you got to go back to basics sometimes.
Says who? There's 30-year vets who haven't learned that lesson yet.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's tough, man, because I feel like we forget that we were saved from something too, and then we get caught up in playing this game, and then you're kind of useless to other people, and then you're embarrassed of where you come from, like like your poop story. Like, dude, we all have those.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily like that, but
it may not be literal, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the power of Christ. He brought you from that.
Yep.
Those things he can use.
It's the beauty of the wayward son, right?
Yeah.
That whole story.
Prodigal son.
Prodigal son. Yeah.
He chose to go out on his own and experience life in his own way, and it wasn't as good as he had it, But the father came and he welcomed him back home. He ran to go meet him, right?
Yeah. Didn't wait for him. He ran to him. Gave him a ring.
He thought,
got a cow. Let's eat.
But the guy humbled himself too, right? He was like, man, the servants ate better. I'm gonna go serve.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, how many times do we say, like, if only, like, at least I'll be like a door opener in heaven, right? Or like a shoe cleaner. It's like,
but it doesn't say
why
that.
Do you want to? Yeah.
Say when you become you save, you become heirs, and
Exactly.
we're gonna rule with him.
Exactly. All that to say, like, why do we settle for that thought? Like, we're
I
just
think
lowering the standards of our God.
I think because we get complacent in what we're doing, and when you get complacent, you're not battle tested all the time. You don't have that assurance, right? So then you start. You should always recognize the guilt. Like you are what you are. Christ saved that.
Yeah,
And I
man.
feel like we forget that part. Like no, we're called to walk like our master, but we're still human too, and He knows that. He died for past, present. Not a license to sin, but there is room for error, right? Because we're gonna, either if we will to or not, we're still gonna do it.
Yeah. Like Paul tells us, man, he says, shall we sin and grace may abound? But certainly not, man.
We sin all the more? Certainly not. Yeah, so how do we institute that in our lives? Like, get out of this game, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Can only do what I'm called to do is lead my family, be in my word, pray, seek that He's gonna lead me. Can only hear if I'm reading though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's a Monday morning quarterback. Why are you so hairy though? That's what I want to know. Golly.
Honestly, I don't know. My dad's not this hairy. My mom's side ain't this hairy.
You just got blessed with the
You know, my Nino's freaking hairy.
clips. Which one? All of them? They're all copy paste.
Pedro.
Pedro.
I think he wasn't there this time with us, but the time before, last year with golfing. He's the doctor.
That was fun. We need to go again.
I know.
I mean, you got clubs that you're never going to use.
I'm gonna use them, bro.
Let me have the putter.
No.
Come
Well,
on.
let me try it out first.
You're a fisherman now. What the heck? You don't need golf clubs.
There's lakes and golf courses. What are you talking about? Whatever, dude. I mean, if you can't tell, I lost my voice at the game, too.
Were you screaming, go team, go? You can do it,
Go big blue. How does it go?
I don't
remember.
Go bananas. BANAN.
I'm down, Glenn.
Oh, yeah, that's that song.
That's something, roll around. Come on, defense work.
I don't know, man. I wasn't a varsity that long. I had a cup of coffee.
That's all Pico Dons, bro.
Is it?
Yes. Like, you have the cheerleaders practicing right where you practice, and you hear it all night. You start remembering the routines, too.
Yeah. Did you ever ask for a guest spot?
No.
No?
I don't want to take their spot.
You don't want to outshine?
Can't be star of the football team and the cheer squad, too.
Why not, dude? You could have been the pioneer of that. Had your chance, bro. How was it playing at ELAC? Because you were nice in high school. I remember you went all the way to like CIF. But everybody I talked to who was like an athlete is like in college. All the guys are the guys on that team.
Yeah.
Even if it is,
Even
like
in
JUCO.
JC,
Yeah, it's like a lot of the times the JUCOs are like people who either were D1 to D3
Just
and
without the grades.
didn't have grades or whatever, off the field conduct.
Yeah. It's crazy because at ELAC, they recruited, too. Like, they
yeah,
had a
for
lot
sure.
of dudes out of state that came, and big old guys, man, from everywhere. It was fun, man. It was different. It was a difference. The thing that shocked me the most was the speed difference.
Yeah, the gameplay,
Bro,
because everybody knows what they're doing, right?
it was just like that much faster. And then to imagine going from that to like at least like even a D3, D2 was even another step. And then going to like, I can imagine D1 to NFL, like that's another step. It's like stupid fast.
Those are the boys. I mean, the boys that are men
Yeah, ultimately,
at like 13.
like I wasn't fast, but I wasn't slow either. You know, like I held my ground for what it was worth, but it was an adjustment, bro, like a big adjustment. And you just got to put in work, man.
Yeah.
With anything, not just football, with just life. You just put in work, and I ended up getting a starting spot eventually because I put in work, bro. I was there. I wasn't late. I was lifting. I was learning. On the scout team, I was a scout team all star. You know, just doing my thing. And I eventually got a starting spot on D,
Hey, man.
linebacker, and
Heck yeah, dude.
it was cool. It was cool while it lasted.
While it
Wish I
lasted.
would have taken it a little more serious.
Like this way from me?
I would have at least got an education out of it.
School wasn't my thing at that point. Right after high school,
You think about it, like for the most part, like school isn't anybody's thing. You just do it.
that's not true. Some people, some
Yeah,
kids
some
know
people do
what
like
they
that.
want to do right out of high school.
Man, I just want to punch him in the throat. I wish I had that in me.
Nah.
Well, yeah, school's stupid, but it's like not these days, especially living out here. Like you have to have some type of degree just to make some type of money.
You
know?
think so?
I mean, you don't have to, but it helps.
I think a lot of these jobs don't even require, or not require, but they don't even use anything that the degree has to has or what it was for. You know what I mean?
But whose fault is that?
I don't know.
Is it the person like trying to find that job, or is it the person, you know what I mean, like who got or didn't get that education? I should say. I don't know. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I'm lost. No, I mean like
No, I feel what you're saying.
a lot of
like,
people get like degree in communication. I think what it really shows is you have the ability to critical think, right?
Mhm.
That's what you're paying for in the majority of the classes. You're gathering the information and then making a presentation with that, and convincing somebody of it. It's pretty much like the whole point of a doctorate, right?
Mm.
The dissertations.
Yeah, I guess.
But I kept it too real, though. That's why I didn't continue. You know what I mean?
Shut up.
I said this is fake news. This is man-made. The Victor made this.
It's like Hallmark holidays, huh? Just so they can make money.
It's all a big scam, bro. And big pharma and big tech, they're in on it too.
Don't get me started, bro. Talk about the pop of Biden.
Have you encountered any World War Z's yet in your new job?
What the frick is a World War Z? Zombies?
Yeah. These homeless be tripping sometimes.
I was like, what the heck are you talking about? I encounter them all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of them like all twacked out, or is it just all come down already?
No, a lot of them all talked out. A lot of them are. You just got to know how to,
How to talk to them? Or?
yeah, how to understand crisis and how to understand how to de-escalate crisis and all that good stuff, man. Or sometimes it's just not a good time to treat. I mean, it's always a good time to treat. You're always going to learn something. You just got to keep talking, and you got to keep them talking, and they'll eventually like share stuff, but you got to learn how to dig for it. But in some cases, it's like, all right, well, we're here for you if you need anything, but let us know when you want some help. You know
So
what I
it's
mean?
just kind of being that like offering of when you're ready.
Yeah,
It's here.
pretty much. Pretty much.
Do you ever get discouraged by how many homeless there are?
No, I actually get encouraged because it makes me want to do my job even more. It makes me want to kind of go out more. But I'll be real with you. Like, I feel my position right now that I'm a little limited
How so?
because in my area, I'm contracted through another organization, and like, I don't want to say like we have to go through them to go to the homeless, but a lot like our schedule is so packed right now where we can't really peel off and do outreach so much. We still can, but like it's kind of rare because that's where I think like I'll shine in the outreach, talking to people, getting like patients and like helping them out, you know. But we're kind of trying to find that balance still as a team, so that's where I'm kind of feeling limited. I just want to kind of break through and
let me see this spot. Right here, put your tongue there. So you think right now you're kind of just in the you right?
trying to cut my lip off or what?
You got that thick hair, boy. So right now you think you're in the learning phase? I see you crying already. Let me put some more.
Well, you can try to cut me when it's all dry right here, bro.
My bad. I thought I put some already.
Loop me up, dog.
It's stupid.
Hey.
Hi. Let me see.
So yeah, I kind of feel a little limited, but
Oh my gosh. Excuse me, we're doing something over here. You can wait your turn.
just go jump in the line, girl.
That's cool though, man. Do you think you're a lifer here at this spot? You see this part real quick before you answer. Is this somewhere you see yourself retiring, or is it just a stepping stone towards something bigger?
I wish I could say yeah. I don't know. I think it's like every time I have, like, because we're looking for a car right now too. Every time like I have these big purchases or we have these big purchases, like I always contemplate life and how much I suck at it. Right now I'm kind of looking at how much I'm bringing in and how much we're bringing in and how much we're putting out and stuff. So I'll be honest, man, I'm not getting paid a lot. And
We'll be doing a GoFundMe for you.
to retire from me, I wish I could, man. I want to say yeah, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. Ask me in a few years.
I will. See anything that I don't?
Yeah, how sexy I am.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, man, it was a pleasure talking with you.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks for coming through.
I hope I don't look like this Edgar all the time.